Benjamin Carlo, member of the House of Representatives representing Bende Federal Constituency in Abia State, joins us now for more on this. Glad to have you join us, Benjamin.
Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the fact that they're saying they want to negotiate with the federal government. Have they made known who they're negotiating with? Is it the Attorney General? Is it the President? Who really are they negotiating with?
Thank you very much. As the communique said, a committee will be set up by the caucus to look into finding a political solution for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Those specifics will be made known when the committee comes alive. So I think the issue will be, when is this committee coming alive?
That's the point.
And then what will be the terms of reference for this committee? The political will of the members of the caucus is that we want to go towards a peaceful resolution of conflicts approach than litigations. We're trying to find alternative way of resolving the issue. I'm sure the committee, once they come alive, will have a lot to offer in bringing a solution to this problem.
All right, so when you talk about a political resolution, will it put an end to secessionist agitations in the southeast? When you call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu from jail, or is he still going to answer to questions of secessionist tendencies? What kind of political resolution are we talking about, and how far?
Well, like I said, the mandate of this committee will be defined by the caucus by the time it is constituted. But for now, because Nnamdi Kanu is where he is kept, a lot of crisis is happening. That is why you have the sit at home. That is why you have some of those trickles of violence happening in the region. And so I'm sure by the time a well-researched terms of reference is handed over to the committee, it will incorporate what will bring a solution to the needs of the time in that particular region. The issue of asking for secession and all the rest of them, we are members of the National Assembly of Nigeria, not any other country. So we will not be supporting anything that is against us being one formidable, big African nation. And there's always a way to bring people to the table to discuss issues that appear to be hydra-headed. And, so that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, the speaker alluded to that much. But doesn't it, Benjamin, doesn't it sound to you strange that the leaders of the Southeast, including the governors, seem to have found it intractable restraining or reining in the proscribed? Ipob is a proscribed group. The proscribed group still keeps on issuing orders in that part of the country. And now the leaders from there are asking that their leader be released. Doesn't it sound strange to you?
To pretend that Ipob is not existing is to live in the fool's paradise. It is existing. To pretend that the members are not existing is to deceive ourselves. What we are asking for is, how do we step in as officers of government? Because though we are three arms of government, we are one government. We are part of the administration of President Buhari's administration. And if it is biting the executive, it bites us. We did not go there as economic leaders of the nation. We did not go there as religious leaders of the nation. We approached the issue as the members of caucus of the National Assembly. And we are trying to bring an intervention. We cannot, as leaders from the zone, be silent when things are not going right.
Well,
it's a journey.
It's a little too late.
It is not. It's never.
Let me land on this, please. That the leaders of the Southeast for quite a long time actually just kept, silent. And the silence was read to mean, the consent to whatever Nnamdi Kanu's Ipob actually stands for. Are you concerned that Ipob, though proscribed, is as powerful as it is, that it can order a seat at home? The governors say, please, residents, go about your businesses without fear or, and let or hindrance. In spite of the governor's call, the people still stayed at home. How are you going to turn the tide on Ipob?
Well, you see, the tide we're trying to turn is not on Ipob. We are trying to bring peace to our region. We're trying to allow the people go for their daily activities. We are traders, we are farmers. And when we see it without working, it affects the economy of our people. And as leaders, we must do something about it. It's not every member of every citizen from the Southeast region is a member of Ipob. But the impact of Ipob affects everyone in the region. Businesses.
The president's visit to Imo, was it comforting? Is it, does it give you confidence that will give Ndibo that sense of belonging?
No, the president's visit, he went to do his official duty. I've been there in the Southeast to represent the president in the same state to commission the ecological project that he did in the state. I was sent by him to represent him there. It's not about the visit of Mr. President. That is not. The Igbos are looking for the kind of federalism that will give them the opportunity to develop better than they are at the moment. They are looking for fair.
That kind will be, but
yeah. So what we are looking for is why is this happening? How can we go about it and resolve it? And we cannot. Emphasis on. As leaders, we cannot keep quiet. Like the governors are discussing among themselves, southern governors are discussing on issues that borders the southern region or their interests. We, as the caucus members of the National Assembly, cannot be silent. And we cannot pretend that Nnamdi Kanu is not our brother. He's our brother, and we cannot pretend that Ipob is not in existence. It's existent. We cannot also agree that all people from Igbo extraction, from Southeast, are all members of Ipob. The question remains, is there a problem? Does it need to be solved? Where do we start? We have taken the first step. All other questions you're asking, the answers will come as we progress.
Okay, great. Benjamin Kalu, Member House of Representatives, thank you so much for joining us.